Hello, hi everybody. It's a stream day. What's your favorite rhythm game? I feel like I've only played a handful of them in my whole life. I was never good at Dance Dance Revolution. Melody of Memory might be the only rhythm game that I ever actually purchased. Elite Beat Agents or whatever was on the DS, but I didn't buy that. Mine is Street Rhythm Final Fantasy Kurt. Alright. See here, I think you're trying to ask me a question. You're doing a comedy bit. Boo!
So what is there anything else you remember about that Yozora?
I need a tomato. Boo!
Just bits and pieces.
Maybe you could try telling us some more stuff about her. Who knows? It might even help you remember other things.
Well, she was quiet and always drawing.
I spent all morning watching Shion
When we
videos,
go
and
to
now
the
I'm gonna
beach,
have to endure
she'd
nominate.
draw a picture instead of swimming. Sometimes she'd draw us too. She was really good.
This is just man, what a sad series Kingdom Hearts
I
can be
remember
at times.
Riku and I fighting over who she'd draw next. But one day,
I like that baby
She was gone.
Sora and Riku have
Just like that.
their same fighting
I
stances.
think the grown-ups knew the reason.
That's not like a crack on the animation. I actually
They might
legitimately
even
like that.
I've tried
It's
to
a reminder
explain
that Sora and
something
Riku are children.
But I was little. I probably didn't understand what was happening.
How's my Saturday going?
I remember
Solid.
crying after she was gone.
Try to do some brain healing on Saturday. Slow things down,
But
not do some running around, took a
that's
nap,
all.
ate a double cheeseburger.
I still don't remember.
I had a really long week with a lot on my mind.
Oh, I bet you remember it in no time.
I must point out, Sora keeps remembering things
How was your Saturday,
instead
Bucko?
of forgetting them.
I am
seems to me
original character
forgetting
pilled today.
things may be the
Twitter has
only
been
way
throwing
to reach the
a whole bunch of stuff at me
memories
all
buried
day.
down inside each of us.
So we should forget in order to remember?
Like those guys said,
But how's your Saturday going?
our most precious memories lie
Of course,
so
looked at
deep
Shion
in
now
our
we're looking at
hearts
her GF.
that they're out of reach. All that
Shion
stuff
met
about
nominated.
finding,
I was like, have those
being
characters
losing,
even met?
and
But
losing
yeah, they
being
did.
finding. I didn't get it at first, but maybe
I wish this
this is
really
what they
happened.
meant.
TBH, Riku trying to be the big brother and explain
Or,
the story. It's
Sora,
like when
I
someone
think
moves
I'm a
away. It's so
little
sad.
jealous of you.
I am
How come me
sometimes
and Donald and
tickled
Jiminy
by
aren't
the way
remembering more
Riku
of the
tries to
stuff
be
from
like
our
the grown up,
memories?
like he's not just one whole year older than Sora and Kyrie.
You gotta forget things faster.
What's going on, partner? Welcome to the stream. It's glad to see you. You got to Z5 on your Catboy today and immediately had to put the controller down because you were crying again. What's Z5? Zone 5? An Endwalker? Is that what we're doing? Because, in my mind, that's a thing that you could reasonably be crying about. Which one's 5? Zapdos 5. Okay, now I understand that. Is it Ultima Thule? Look, listen, if you're here in my stream in the first 5 minutes on a Saturday,
with our plan.
you can just call it Ultima Thule.
Let's see how far this group will go.
Oh, it's
You
Elpis.
had your fun on the first floor.
How the hell is Elpis
So
5?
this time,
What?
it's my turn.
What? Oh, yeah, okay. Which one gets to be 1 and which one gets to be 2 between Charlie
I'm not going
and...
to just give it to him.
Don't break him.
Well, do I detect a soft spot?
My brain just melted in my skull. I don't
I'm
remember
not
what the
gonna
other
break
place is
the
called.
toy. I'm not
Radzatan.
dumb.
I'm not
Don't
dumb.
forget. Sora is the key. We need him if we're going to take over the organization.
I know that you're in on it too. But keep it under your hood.
Lexine has a
Until
unique eye
the
color.
time is right.
They're not quite blue, they're not quite green.
You would have been wise to have done the same, Larxene.
We're going to continue to talk about it. I don't want to just go into all of it, but what Axel is up to in Chain of Memories is actually so good.
So, Sora, did
When you get
anything
spoiler
back there
pedantic
help
over
you
Labyrinthos
remember
and
your
Thavner.
friend's name?
I guess that's fair.
Uh,
People should chill
her
out and
name's the
share
only thing I
TBH.
can't seem to remember.
If Eddie was here right now and I said, "There's a zone called Ultima Thule," he would have no idea what that means. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he, you know, sure, right? Like, just have to deal with that. There's a zone called Elpis. Like, he'd be like, yeah, okay. He won't be getting there until the year 2025 anyway, though, so I don't have to worry about that. Yes, I do hate it when something on the tip of my tongue goofy. Tip of my tongue. Elpis D's. Oh, hey! Alpina. Why is everybody trying to hurt my feelings? Stop! Stop! Wait! The saddest thing is when I went back to scrub. I was just a pillar of salt, so I was scrubbing through the VODs last night, and I realized that we actually had a curtain call wipe because I didn't know that the Hades pizza cutter double tapped and you had to rotate. So I died, so I didn't get a tether, so everyone else died. I felt really bad. It's me. It's Yozora. I'm the reason we didn't clear. Me and me alone. Mind if we help? Thanks. Thought I was done for. I like Agrabah, don't get me wrong, I like Aladdin, but boy, is this world overrepresented for what it has to offer. Because it's in 2 and days as well. It wasn't until Birth by Sleep. Oh, please! Stop being in the ground! I'm getting angry. This is so annoying. Stop! I'm willing to beg if that's what it takes. Thank you. Oh no, you don't. Hold on. Okay, get out of here, you. Spotted you from a mile away. Be gone.
There. Heal.
You set aside your entire afternoon to do all this, but you got 5 seconds and it was too overwhelming. I still haven't revisited any of my VODs, like, to actually rewatch the whole thing of Endwalker. I think I'm still too close to it, and I remember most of my reactions. But also, listening to myself play video games sometimes is torturous. I should have just stocked Lazava. I'm getting trucked. I'm glad Larxine's coming up, because I know that after this floor I will fight Larxine and get Thunder, which is what I want so bad, because it's crowd control. Not that, like, this is the end of me or anything, but, like, part of the frustration of this fight has been the fact that there's a lot more guys than I want there. Yeah, Aladdin's card's gimmick is that when he hits an enemy, it drops, like, these little Moogle guys. Or, I think it can do health orbs, too, but I don't remember. You like saving Agrabah for last? Why? Hello, Heleona, welcome. It's good to see you. Get rid of these heartless. Genie! For the difficulty scaling so I have more time. And then counting to get Aladdin cards for MP. Ah. Smart. I like to do Wonderland first because I hate Trickmaster and want his health to be as low as possible. And by that I mean I usually actually do them in the order that they were in KH1 because I'm a dork. Watch some streamers play through Endwalker. Did you watch me? No, I'm kidding. VOD's available on YouTube, but you can see everyone collectively have an absolute panic attack as I decided to do with my friends instead of with a trust. Key of Beginnings. You could have fooled me. It seemed a lot more like a panic attack.
Freeze! Fire! Freeze! Fire!
Freeze!
Back off!
Back off!
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know about anything. Just most things.
Yeah. Heal. Yeah. Yeah. Ha.
Oh, is that a high potion card? It is! Let's go!
Yeah. Freeze.
Freeze!
Fire. Fire.
Oh. I'm looking for pot spiders. I know they're here somewhere. Lying to me. This playthrough needs at least one instance of losing a card spawned to a sudden heart. Already happened!
Fire.
Already happened.
Fire.
Yes, I was mad about it.
Back off. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Yeah. Ha.
We spent like 30 minutes after raid deciding which scion is which king of the hill. Why? What? Okay. And Gratio was decided to be Bill. I'm gonna be real with you. I've only seen very, very little of King of the Hill, so it's just straight over my head. Is Bill a dweeb?
Fire. Fire. Back off.
We had to do everything in our power. Why are you so mean? I've also never seen Sword Art Online, so I don't got nothing for him either.
Freeze.
That could have gone worse. It also... No, please, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Thank you. Alright. Fine. But I want different. Donald, you are actually a wholly useless card here. Nuts.
Heal. Heal.
Anime night? Well, Nahale just tried to put Rurouni Kenshin on anime night, so we'll have to see. I probably will want to check some out. I don't know. Oh, I got a cloud card. I forgot. Cloudo. I have stop, but it's a 1, so you know. I could fit this in. What would I be doing with it, though? Nothing. Let's see if I get some more first. Have I ever eaten glue? What? So, not a Sword Art Online fan, huh? Jesus Christ. I can't fuck with Rurouni Kenshin anymore. That's totally fair. That's totally fair. I did at some point learn about that. You know, I got nothing to say positive about the guy forever, for sure. Definitely pretty terrible. Bink. Oh, gravity. Sweet. New spells. Yeah, I got move card. Let's spend some Moogle points. Spend some Moogle points. I tried watching sort of more than 2 minutes in. GG. Absolute garbage. So, what is it about Arturia that makes him like Sword Art Online? Like, what is it? What does he see in it that you don't? He's got taste. Why do I see added permitted term erotic in my chat right now? What's going on? We just got started. Oh, hey, I got a 3 wishes. Cool. A lot of blizzards. A lot of blizzards. My only experience with Sword Art Online was watching the first 3 episodes while drunk at a graduation party. Who put on Sword Art Online at your graduation party? We talked about the what? All right. All right. Oh snap! Usually when they do that, when they make a little spoiler, that means it's gonna be lit. I'll take it. Bro, the auto mod is on your neck. It is not trying to hear none of that nonsense you be talking about ever. That's just funny as heck to me. Auto mod is always on it with you. You are one cool it away at all times. It's absolutely hysterical. Alright. We got some high level blizzards. Let's try and see if I can sneak that 9 in there. I did. And the other one. And this is up there, because you want to lead with the lower number card for your slights. When you can. Alright. What's the 3 wishes? C+. So, better than a Pumpkinhead, only a 5. Can I pull something out for it? Arcana! And I did. Alright, we're cracked. Where are we going? What is Automod's gonna ban you? What are you doing? Hello? Dot hack is something that I've definitely heard of. I'm familiar of it conceptually. Familiar with it conceptually. But I've never seen it. Like, I don't even think I've seen, like, a clip of it. You said you will not be silenced, but Automod isn't sure it's on your same team, bucko. It includes the alright. You know, this is going to be on YouTube. Do you remember that? Jesus Christ. Calm down. What if I ever get successful at this? Jesus Christ. Have a heart.
Fire!
Bap.
Freeze. Fire.
Oh no, not like these. Not like these.
This is it.
So we've talked before about how like the reason you have a zero card is because zeros can break anything. But when you see like Donald and Goofy are zero cards, 100% useless. Why? When you play a zero for a card that has an animation, like Donald, right, they have to get summoned and then do their thing. No enemy that you really are worried about breaking their cards has a concept of hit stun. So what'll happen is you'll break them and then they'll immediately break you back. It can be used in a pinch, don't get me wrong. If you're like, you know, about to die and you need to break a slight, then definitely you can throw out your Donald, Goofy, whatever, but largely not super useful. Cards with long animations are a pain because they can have that issue.
Freeze. Fire. Fire. Fire.
Fire, by the way. I don't know if you've heard. In the mid-2000s, anime about a full VR MMO pretty nifty. It might be perfect there. Oh, this is dot hack you're talking about? Dot hack. That is the terminology, right? I've always been told that that's what you're like. It's like a hunter thing. You gotta say the dot. It's not just hack. If I ever get successful, I'm gonna purge the back catalog anyway. Am I? The people must never know of what I said and experienced in Shenmue.
Yeah. Freeze. Fire.
I'm just hyper aware of this being a strong initiative room, so every time I don't manage to hit the Heartless before the battle, it's making me angry. Zentetsuki!
Yeah.
Nothing. Nothing. Alright. Another 3 wishes. A 6. Pretty good. You're pretty good.
Yeah.
Bap.
Freeze. Fire. Fire.
Yeah. I call it hack slash sign. What an anarchist. Didn't even know that was an option. You want to play the games, but you associate it with an ex-friend you don't want to think about. Bummer.
Freeze. Fire.
People do be ruining things.
Fire. Yeah. Yeah. Donald.
Heal me. Good boy. What a duck. What a good guy.
Yeah.
Now, even though you would think, based on, you know, some of the stuff that I'm interested in and talk about, that I have, like, watched a ton of anime, but the truth is I really haven't. There's always way more of it than I ever feel like I have the time to catch up on. And in a lot of places, it's more like I remember catching bits of it as a kid. Like, if someone were to bring up... It just went right out of my head. God damn it. Yu Yu Hakusho. That is an anime that I often think of as like, I've seen Yu Yu Hakusho. No, I haven't. I've seen, like, the first 3 episodes and then some random one-offs, but I absolutely have not seen, like, watched Yu Yu Hakusho. I liked what I saw of it. My man had the grip. That was his weapon. The finger gun. The original Bullet Club member. Yusuke Urameshi. Cool name, by the way.
Yeah.
See, the issue The actual issue, is that whether or not Sora does his overhead swing or sideways swipe is completely random, and it matters. Not mad, by the way.
Yeah. Donald.
Stop being that guy. Watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I don't know if I'm gonna like that as much. I could. But I have some doubts. You don't strike me as someone who watched a lot of anime. You strike me as someone who's played KH way too. Hey. This isn't the place for that. You shut up. What do you mean? Cool it. You had a whole JoJo phase. Imagine that. Couldn't be me. This Jafar guy's got some nerve giving such dangerous orders. Anime merch is too expensive for me to bother with. Yeah, haha. Expensive merchandise. Just gonna move this keyblade. Eddie's been trying to bait me into watching Kenshin for a while, so if you actually do that, he's probably gonna be geeked. He says a lot of the way I describe Yozora reminds him of Rurouni Kenshin, but I've never seen it. I don't think I've ever worked retail. I've never worked retail. I was a bag boy for a few months at a grocery store, but that's not the same. I did have to work Thanksgiving, though. And Christmas Eve. Those were not positive memories. That's changed since then. I remember when I worked at the grocery store, seeing someone stealing used to, like, tilt me a little. But now I wouldn't even. You know, that's none of my business. Do you, bro? I am not the Batman.
Yeah. Freeze. Fire. Freeze.
I knew that was going to happen. I knew I couldn't stop it. I knew I was going to be upset about it. We're good, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Aladdin. Goofy.
Stop. Stop. Get dunked on. Bagging groceries is a fun job, but it's still the retail. Ooh, I don't know about a fun job. We got through it. That was my Yozora hustle phase. I bagged groceries, and I went from that job to like literally sweeping, mopping the floors and stuff at a hospital. Yozora grind era. My brother worked lost position at Target for 4 years. People steal a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff people need. Real talk. There's some nefarious folks out there, don't get me wrong. But also, man, you know what I mean? Anybody out here paying real bills? You know when I said, man, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Gas prices out here doing honor student numbers. Disgusting. Oh yeah, if you're stealing from Best Buy, that's not the same. You don't need a PS5, bro. You gotta chill with that one. Comes out of your Christmas bonuses. Ugh. Is that illegal? Man, that's the weakest shit I've ever heard. Ooh, a stop. In a few levels, when I think it's like level 34, I'm gonna put a stop card into my deck and show you guys how to break this game in half. Look forward to it.
Fire!
Never saw anyone stealing was my job. I feel you. We had to. The worst thing I ever saw though, somebody like. It was their first time trying to be a crook. So they just like filled up an entire basket of groceries and just tried to push it out the door really fast. That didn't go the way they thought it would, as you might have guessed. Though, I guess to be fair, I couldn't tell you right now how that was going to work in their mind. A customer did what? Bro, that's insane. Yo, good thing they survived, man. That's crazy. It makes me really mad that you survived the Blizzaga. Please go away. Papa. That's nuts. Costco return policy now excludes the lifetime return for electronics, so people will just return shit is broken and get a new one. It'd be like that sometimes. I don't blame the hustle. That's actually hysterical, I'm not gonna lie. Buying a computer, stripping it of the parts, that's funny. That's just funny. It probably shouldn't be, but it is. Man, this is a number of stabbing stories that are being told. I'm glad I work from home, because boy, I tell you, that ain't gonna work for me, brother. What? Huh? Oh, we're doing this. Okay. It's one of those. Okay. My new vibe is going to be me now. Now that I'm now that I'm a important man, now that I'm a big shot, now that I'm in charge of things. I'm gonna be, instead of me coming on stream to talk about the people who are mean, I'm gonna have to talk about my employees being bad. I'm the authority now. Down with big business. Down with me. Uh-oh. Jeff, thanks for the resub. I appreciate it. Shout out to Tom. Shout out to you. You are subscribed. Thank you very much. I appreciate your patronage. 10 people? What do you mean? Was it Wolverine?
Freeze! 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 Fire! Freeze! Fire! 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 Yeah!
Bro, what the It was initially reported as a what? Wild stories today on in Chain of Memories. We were playing a Disney game. And you guys brought your A game.
Freeze!
Erotica, stabbings. What's the deal? Everybody's out of pocket on Saturday. I have to play 14 on PC so that I can use the mod Jill just posted. What's the mod Jill just posted? Giga Chad Makote. What do you mean blame Sword Art? I'm not gonna blame Sword Art Online. I can't blame Sword Art Online. I don't think it's responsible for you heathens. I think public education is responsible for you heathens. Unmonitored internet access. Bruh, if you install that mod and use it on my character, I'm blacklisting you.
Freeze! Fire!
I'll find some way to delete bunny girls, elf girls, whatever you choose to be that week.
This is it!
Sword Art Online. You're Sword Art Online. Oh, this came up on Twitter today. Just because I immediately thought it was curious and wanted to ask the folks. So I'm asking you. What's the difference between a beach episode and a hot springs episode? If anybody says one takes place at a beach and one takes place at a hot springs, I swear I will remove you from existence. I will delete you. You will have never been born. None of your friends or family will remember you. Don't do it. Resist the urge to be corny. I know. How the bad jokes beckon so sweetly. So, the tweet was, which do you prefer to see in anime? A beach episode or a hot springs episode? And in response to said tweet, someone inquired, fundamentally, what is different about them? Like, what would you get from one that you would not get from the other? Because, like, the presumption is that, like, you like that kind of episode of an anime because you're, like, getting to see the characters, like, do their own vibe, and then, like, it's, like, low stakes. You can do, like, little personal moments, right? But, like, you could do one of those, like, I don't know if the difference in locale actually affects anything. I don't know if map cards actually, they might be gated. Like, there might be some map cards you can't get until higher floors. So I'm trying to think, like, I know there used to be not just calm bounty, but other kinds of treasure chests. And I have yet to get any of those. Probably also, like, physically can't get key to rewards this early. I have that sense. Fire. There are two paths. One is that they are the same episode, and one is that they are superficially different, but pretty much still just about bazongas. You know? You're probably not wrong. Maybe this was all an illusion. Maybe I was just trying to follow up on the Sword Art Online conversation by trying to get somebody to put bazongas into my stream today. Who really will know what my true intentions were? The Moonfire is a beach episode in FF14. They usually have bombs. One time they had the Power Rangers. Okay. Okay. The Ninja Job Quest had a Hot Springs episode. Bazongas is the most normal way I could have expressed that sentiment. I have to fundamentally disagree. I don't think so. You could have said boobs. Wait, how come the auto mod didn't jump all over that one? You've secretly kept a list of all the ways Jill has said boobs. Do you have like a terabyte external hard drive or something? I don't see how in the world you'd be able to maintain all of that data. Do you differentiate for things like bazongas versus bazoombas versus bongos? Because those all feel like they're around the same sentiment. Baboobers? No, but that's just the word is in there. Why would you even do that? That's just silly. I think that's the regular way that most people would describe it. It's literally just it's literally just you. That is super funny. I think it's genuinely though. Jill is a mod, so I think it's not like programmed to trigger off of her. It's still hysterical. Hooters. I don't know about that one. I've never been there. Or like we have Tilted Kilt is another place like that. Once I heard the food's not that good, it's like, well then what's the point? Sounds like you need to be made a mod. Ooh, I don't know if you've shown me enough initiative to be collecting a paycheck like the rest. I pay Eddie, Cherry, and Jill a competitive salary. I'm gonna need to see a little more work out of you before I'm willing to put the sword by your name. It's nothing personal. Just, you know, I run a tight ship. You had a work lunch at Hooters? What was your job? Playboy magazine? What absolute child took you guys there? Oh no, Bucko. Wait a minute. This is not supposed to still be going. Oh, interesting. Oh, okay. Could make it stop the pain, please? I want this friend card. It's gone. This game. Okay. Roll, Sora. Roll for freedom. There we go. We're getting there. Yeah. Alright. Now let's heal. And then kill this guy. Easy peasy. Mediocre ones. If you had a meeting with the VP of the company, you sat in a wooden Native American... What? What? Oh no, the lamp! It's gone! He did mean Bazumbas. He meant cha-chas. Oh, Jesus Christ, Mel, what is this, a short story? I get the feeling that since you put it here, you don't wish for me to read this out loud on stream, but I gotta admit, it's the high possibility that that's what happens. Cha-cha, real smooth. Let's go to work. $20,000. That doesn't explain why it was at the office. That's the part that's not. You know what I mean? It's not doing business. I don't get it. The psychotic language that companies have to use is always strange to me. We're not allowed to call the people who call our line patients. They're members. Same diff. Who cares? Guests. Never in my life been a guest at a Target. Not staying the night. Nobody asked me if I want a drink or anything. Guest. Shut up. You got fired? That's crazy. You know, I guess you got me there. I have indeed never slept over at Target. I haven't been given the honor. The honor. Please. Ah, you can buy. Okay, all right. Hold on. That's some sound logic. Okay. I forget you can buy head-ass things at Costco, like a mattress. You really got fired because somebody did a racism? That's insane. I've been fired once. Have I told you guys the story of the time I got fired from my job in college?
Freeze!
Did I deserve it?
Fire! 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 Yeah! Yeah!
It's a hard call. I honestly feel like no. But it's not that I don't understand. The truth is no. And it didn't matter, but... Like, they had a case. They didn't just fire me because they were like, get rid of that Yozora guy. But I disagree with the conclusions they reached. You got fired from your first job? It was my first job as well. When I arrived at college, in order to make ends meet, since I was on my own at that point, I got 2 jobs. One of them was like a short-term deal, and one of them would have lasted me as long as I wanted it, really. So I had that. I ended up transferring schools in college from my freshman year to the rest of my stay at university. So it ended up not really mattering, but... No, brain. You would get rid of the 5, not the 6.
Freeze! Fire! Fire!
The bit was...
Yeah!
it was a job where you had to input scholarships into the database for the university, so people could like go to this website and put in like their race, their age, family history, whatever, and it would just give them out like, here's all these scholarships you qualify for. So my job was to scroll the internet every day looking for scholarships and like put them into the system. Basically, it was like totally data entry, like, oh, this scholarship applies to people who were born in February, whatever, that kind of stuff that you hear about on TV that's not real. Those. But it was like a university job. The environment, like, my contention was always that the environment that was placed was like you could just go and just do stuff. So like one of my coworkers, like, propped up her phone and would watch movies on Netflix, and it was cool. What I eventually just like picked up on was just the fact that I wasn't particularly well liked, to be honest, because I took it very seriously, but I definitely just got the impression that I wasn't like in the in crowd. I'll never forget this. This is the only part of it, like, this was years ago at this point. But if I hang on to one thing, I showed up for my shift, and they asked me if I could watch the front desk that day, which was strange because it's never what I did. But like, I worked from a computer, so it really didn't matter as long as I was at a computer. I could do the job. So I'm like, yeah, okay, sure, I'll watch the front desk. Where's everybody going? And they said, oh yeah, we got this meeting that we're gonna go to. That meeting was a full party for not just the department, but like several other departments for people who were employed by the university. So there was food, there was music, there were like kiosks with swag merchandise. They all went to do that and left me at the office. I kind of figured I wasn't gonna make it too much longer after that. In the words of Malik Carr, it's a cold world, Bodhi. There's nothing that I can do about that one. It was pretty messed up. But, yeah, what you gonna do? I got smoked. Looked over at one of my coworkers. He was actually like instant messaging, not my boss, but like definitely someone in a higher position than me. And I caught the message, and it says something like, "This is why we should only hire women." It was not going great. But I don't know. I personally feel like my work ethic speaks for itself. I've never been fired from another job since then. It gave me a fun story to tell. I could even do the meme because I got fired on my day off. I was off, and then I just got an email in the middle of a lab. I want to say biology lab. I got an email. And it just said, bring us your employee shirt and then never come back. I was cool with it. You never returned the shirt. The part that I didn't jack, like, this is just like me personally with who I am. They didn't have the guts to face me, so like they didn't terminate me by actually having a conversation with me. They sent me an email, and when I went to turn in the shirt, there was nobody in the office, so I just folded it up and placed it on a desk. Like, they definitely strategically avoided me in that situation. Which is like not a big deal. I mean, what am I gonna do at my college where I go to school? Like shoot somebody? But like, you have the guts to like actually terminate me. You know what I mean? Be a grown up. Almost getting frostbite.
Freeze. Fire. This is
I hate that, like, the responsiveness of cards still definitely goes to, like, their animations and whatnot. So even though I broke that card, I broke it too late, so I still took the damage. That's not fair.
heal.
That's not fair. Alright, enough of this. You got fired by just never getting hours again? Rough stuff. I definitely hated going in the freezer, yeah, for that like almost year when I was bagging groceries, go in the freezer, chewing gum, nearly bit a hole straight through my lip. Oh my goodness. Went in the freezer chewing gum was the dumbest thing I ever did. I mean, I remember, like, not to be like graphic or anything, but like, that was painful. And I knew what happened because oh man. I really thought I pierced my own lip. It hurt so bad. Alright, Jafar. $30. Yeah, we'll just do that. Most of my fond memories being a slave to capitalism are from the couple of years that I worked in an emergency room when I was a medical scribe. That was just fun. Every day was different. Never knew what you might see. And boy, did I see some things, you know, for good or for ill. Bap! I appreciate just a minor thing. They used a different animation for Genie turning him into a genie there, as opposed to just reusing the one from KH1. You worked overnights? Funny, Jerry and I were talking about working overnights the other day, because, I mean, like I just mentioned, I worked in the ER for a time. I don't remember if he's... Please, sorry. No. Okay. I couldn't remember. One of the Jafars you can absolutely hurt with ice magic when he's in this, and I couldn't remember if it was KH1 or this one. I learned. I'm waiting for him to do something so I can card break him. I'm very, very angry about that. In case anyone was wondering. Like, insanely angry. This is gonna actually take a really long time. I don't want it. That's just the way it is. Nothing about your job is interesting. Your boss fired you because you were casually mean about Trump. That can't be legal. Sir? Sir? Oh. I thought you left. Oh. Resist? Why does he resist Aladdin? GG, Aladdin, you're trash. A 6-year-old pooped their pants. 6 is kind of old to be pooping their pants, isn't it? Oh, Ramon's a coworker. No. Bad coworkers suck. It wasn't like I didn't mind working nights and I didn't mind working early morning because I'm a morning person anyway. It was the inconsistency, which is just kind of, I mean, that's the way hospital works. Like, I could have a day shift and then the next day I have to be there at night and then the next day I have to be there back in the morning. You know what I mean? Like, it could just be whatever. That part was frustrating, but we got by. One of your students tactically poops their pants because she'll do it, say nothing, and then use it later as a reason to get out of getting trouble. Wow. Okay. You have a criminal mastermind on your hands. I don't know what to do about that. Who knows? Princess, you cannot call a child Princess Poop Pants. Tell them you can't raid because of Poop Pants, but then last minute decide to go ahead anyway. I don't know about that one, Big Dog. I don't know. Can they still push their buttons? I gotta admit, I don't have to smell you in raid, right? You can still push your buttons. That's a personal problem, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think that has to be my problem. Like, I'm willing to take the quick moment to just delete you saying that from my brain, because I could do that. I have the mental capacity to just pretend that didn't happen. I think that's what I would do. Yeah, I think that's what I would do. I would just have to pretend that one. Yeah, that one didn't happen. We got a genie card, by the way. It's a 7, so it's actually pretty good. Genie can cast Thunder, and we just talked about how Larxine's up next, so that would be bad. Donald is also could be bad. So, you know, we're not going to do that. Jeff? What are you doing? What are you doing over here? Cut that out. I see the words colostomy bag, so I already know we gotta stop. What is that face you was making? Hello? She just had a big smile. Hi, Larxene. How you doing?
Too clever.
I remember I had a patient
I'm Larxene.
in the hospital where he had taken some
So,
drogas
are you enjoying
and was
your
not in
stay
his right state
at
of
the
mind.
castle?
And he was like basically
I bet
freaking
it's
out because he had
nice to
taken
peel
something he
away all
shouldn't
the
have.
worthless
As soon as we
memories
hit the door with the
and
doc, he
true
looked and he
memories.
looked at the doc and he said, "I don't like your energy. Something
That lie
about you."
deep
Then he
in
looked at
your
me and he said,
heart.
"This guy's
True
ugly. I can't do
memories.
it." I had never been so angry in my life. I was like, I
Sometimes
just
you're
walked
forgetting
in,
the
bro.
most
I didn't do
important
nothing
thing
to you.
here.
What's going on here?
When that poor girl hears that
Personally, I
you've
didn't think he
forgotten
looked
her
good enough to be
name,
calling me
like,
ugly.
it'll just,
I wasn't feeling
it'll
it.
break her heart.
Poor girl.
You
Do
hate her
you know
hair.
her?
What is the speech cadence? Yeah, Larxine's awful. She's Eddie's 13th organization member. Thinks she's the worst, and she is pretty bad.
Yes, she is. You see, the bad guys are holding her captive, somewhere deep inside the castle. And you obviously are the hero, so you have to go save her. Although,
Bop!
Ah!
She definitely gave Sora a sweet chin music. Just kicked him dead in his shit. Hilarious.
I'm a bad guy, so you have to go through me.
Sora!
What's that?
I think Rio knew the
Mine?
What a shame! You've been wearing
Do I
it
remember
all this
people
time
calling
and
Larxene
forgot?
Pikachu? Maybe vaguely because of the yellow and the lightning, but not really,
That's
really.
not possible. The memory has
The
to
guy would flip the door from the
engraved
window.
somewhere
He,
deep
he,
inside
he
her
fired
heart.
on me. He got down on me. I couldn't, you know what I mean?
Sora,
It'd be like
you
that
think
sometimes.
carefully now. What, oh what could it be? And who gave it to
That's
you?
not Kyrie's charm.
Nah. Meh.
Sora, you're getting it now. Release the memory from within your heart.
You need some D&D chat? I can do that all day, Bucko. You need a feat to take on your fighter? Tell me about your fighter, pal.
Nah, man.
Are you a sword guy, an axe guy,
Well,
lance
it's about
guy?
time.
Where in the Fire Emblem triangle are you?
Yes, she's the one that gave you that tacky little good luck charm. Not that you even bothered to remember.
Why she had to call it
No
tacky, bro?
surprise, seeing as you also couldn't remember her name. Talk about heartless. I can't believe you. It'd serve you right if I decided to smash this piece of junk.
Let it go! Nominate gave me this. It's very important to me.
When will I be DMing your Discord? You have no evidence that I'm even a halfway decent DM. Double-bladed scimitar. Scimitar? Scimitar, not scimitar. I'm an idiot.
10
Scimitar.
seconds ago,
That's
you
cool.
didn't even know what it was.
What's your build like, pal? Tell me about your D&D character, because then I'll be able to talk about mine, which is where I genuinely think all conversations are me trying to engineer a situation in which I can talk about my D&D character. So,
Lightning.
if you could do that, that'd be great. Wow. That was not supposed to happen. I loaded that Firaga up because that was a premium fire, so I knew I was going to lose it whether I used it or used it in the slate. And I saw her loading up a slate, but I meant to go over to my zero and break that slate first. Slate. Whatever. Shut up.
Vanish.
Unfortunately, what happened is we used them at the same time, and they had the same amount, so they just canceled each other out. Embarrassing. Donald is useless, as I said. I can't trust him not to cast Thundaga on her and ruin my life. I can do this. Going with the ninja thing. Okay, you've told me that before. That I remember. Ooh, give me that damage. Yes. Yeah, 9 I can't do too much with. Ha ha! She's hysterical, Larkson. If my health was really low, I might try Donald to see if he'll heal me.
Lightning. Fire. You're done.
That was almost spooky. Almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. Bucko buckaroo. I'm getting smoked. Option 3. Donald, do it. Good boy. I doubted him, and I was wrong for that. I owe him an apology. Donald Duck is cracked. Let's go. You have no idea what anyone is doing anything here? Well, they haven't revealed their evil plan entirely yet, but it's been made clear that by Axel in the last cutscene that the organization is planning to use Yozora to take over from the inside. So Marluxia and Larxene, which is an interesting narrative choice. But Marluxia and Larxene are introduced as trying to betray the organization we only just met. So that's their deal. They want to use Yozora to do that. How are they doing that? Brainwashing him, clearly, right? By having Naminé implant herself into his memories. And at first it was like, oh yeah, I remember it was me, Riku, Kairi, and this girl. It's now just, I remember it was me, Riku, and this girl, Naminé. And his good luck charm that Kairi gave him now looks completely different. So that process is slowly becoming more and more complete. I feel like broadly you can imagine why them being like, yes, we've implanted this girl to Sora's memories, and we have this girl. So now we'll be like, oh, sorry, it's your friend Naminé. Do what we tell you to do. Quick recap of where we are so far. You're doing the Dex Finesse Fighter thing. Okay. Dex Fighter is totally valid. I guess I say that like I don't play a rogue, so I play a Dex rogue. I always forget you don't have to. You can totally play a Strength rogue, and arguably in Pathfinder, a Strength rogue is smarter. Isn't 9 the second best number?
You're not as bad as I thought.
What do you mean?
You really
9's the
are
best
a hero.
number, technically.
A heartless hero.
Who asked you?
Oh, does it hurt because it's the truth? You
You
are
think you
just
maybe
a
take the
baby.
mobile?
And if you're gonna be a baby, then here you go. I created another card from your memories, you know. Be a good boy and say thanks. Ta-ta.
Wait,
Totally valid
Larxene.
feat. Being able to move more distance is really useful. I'm actually going to lose that doing retraining one of Alex's levels, and I'm going to miss it, actually. Being able to move
Where
quickly
are
when you're a
you?
melee fighter
Don't
is
you
just
dare hide from
good.
me. Show yourself.
Totally not a bad feat.
Sora, calm down.
I've seen his adults
She's
on
not
Twitter who
coming back.
Sora?
I hate this. Why'd I need someone like that to bring back Naminé's memory?
People actually have big lore thoughts on Sora's character being different in Chain of Memories than it is in KH1. I've never really felt that fan theory, but it exists. There are people who think that Sora is like a more aggressive and more angry in this game, but like for lore reasons. Anyway, Thunder, super useful. Also, it's a 7. Into the deck it goes. Superstars. This kind of thing, like if I were really like trying to shatter the game, like increases the strength of ice-based abilities, throw one of these in there, take out all those fires, lightnings, some of the keyblades even, load it up with blizzards, and just like spam Blizzaga. You can go nuts. If you wanted to. Memory loss does make a Gathering ranking.
Whew. Throwing that battle wore me out.
Really? It looked to me like you just plain lost.
How dare you! You don't appreciate the nuances of
An ungainly effort.
So heckling her.
Vexen.
How could you be humbled by someone of such limited significance? You shame the organization.
How can we help you, Vexen? It's not very often we see you topside.
I came to lend you a hand. You obviously believe this Sora has much potential, but I remain unconvinced he is truly worth such coddling. I think an
The lip flaps
experiment
are
would show
not
if
even
he
coming
really
close
is
to
of any
English.
value to us.
Well, here we go again. It's just an excuse, so you can carry out your little experiments, that's all.
I'm a scientist. Experiments are what I do. Yes.
Whatever. You can do what you want. But you know, I think testing Sora is just a cover for testing your valet.
Honestly, being catty and mysterious all day is my dream.
Pure research.
What he actually is a toy.
You should just learn to be quiet.
Anyway, since you came all this way,
Cool it.
you're gonna need this. A humble gift to my elder. I hope you use it to put on a very good show for us.
That's so fast!
We don't have
Hasn't been an
time.
issue, but I'm
They've
playing a
got
drow and don't
Nominate.
have any plan to
We gotta
mitigate
rescue
disadvantage
her.
of direct sunlight. Oh, you guys are doing that? Get a hat. Like a
Sora
big
sure
hat.
does seem like he's upset.
You be
And some
too.
SPF
She
30.
just remembered a friend, but found out she's in trouble.
Good point. I guess if we heard that the king was in danger, we would be...
Where are you at on the
upset
big
about
drow
that, too.
debate of 2022? It's like a whole thing I see on Twitter all the time. You don't know what the debate is? Good. It means you're normal and sane. No, there's a legitimate conversation to be had about it. It's like drow. So okay. Damn it, Jeff. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, racial essentialism in RPGs is bad. That's literally the entire argument. It's correct, by the way. I despise that system and would be removing it for our Discord D&D game, and have gotten it plucked about as far as I can out of the current campaign I play in, because it's just dumb. But it's a hot take, let me tell you. Which is bizarre to me. Like, it makes, like, I feel like if you just say it out loud, unless a person is revealing themselves to you, like, yes, these are the elves. They are otherwise functionally like other elves. But they have dark skin, so they live underground. They're all fundamentally evil. Nobody likes them. They're cursed. Like, surely somewhere like halfway through, you go like, where are we dropping, boys? We got Atlantica. We got 100 Acre Wood. We got Hollow Bastion, and we got Neverland. Where we going? Neverland will pick up Glide. I usually do 100 Acre Wood last. People defend it because they think it limits out, like, oh, you can't have this race that has bug with wings or something. Which is like, why not? That is the thing. If there's one thing that I've been like on an axe to grind since I learned about tabletop RPGs a few years back. Once I learned about them, and I was like, oh, it's like pretend, but there's rules. I was like, okay, but how do these things function? And that thought broke me, because it's like, Why couldn't you just play like a bug person with wings? Like, I mean, do those exist in the campaign setting? Are you weird because you're a bug person with wings? Like, but there are people who like would absolutely be like, no, you can't do that. That's not no. And it's like, but why? Like, what does it break? It's like trying to play MLG Pro video games. It never made any sense to me. Ah, yes, my personal game with my 5 friends. We must obey these rigid rules in stone. For what? You gotta do PTOS now. Yuck. Sorry. Enjoy that. Bye. Draw out evil in your game? Good. It's just like you see, it's like, you're playing this race, you get a -2 to your int. And it's like, surely someone's gotta look at that and say that's not good. Tinkerbell. Oh, you mean the Harry Potter books? Yeah. Glide.
Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Freeze. 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 Fire. Fire. Fire.
I always thought it was kind of neat that they chose this
Yes. Ha.
environment for the battle arena. You don't get to fight in this area too much in KH1. Start drafting your plot. If you think I don't already have a document prepared to run a D&D campaign,
Freeze.
you don't know me as well as you think.
Freeze. Fire. Fire.
I'm ready to go, bucko. You'll be playing a Keyblade wielder named Froxel. Oh, no, you won't. Froxel? Who the hell's Froxel? That's true. But I mean, the Neverland world in KH1 is entirely the ship. It's actually kind of funny. You don't really get to explore Neverland until Days. Days, and then Birth by Sleep. Take you to Neverland, but like off of this boat. I don't know if you've described the campaign you're in. Do it again, even if you have. Educate us. We're all curious.
Freeze.
I fucking hate those artists so much.
Thunder. Yeah.
Birth by Sleep Neverland does have some pain points, I ain't gonna lie to you. You ran an entire Lancer campaign during the pandemic? That's neat. Oh, there we go. So they do exist. There's the false bounty. Now we're in the second loop of worlds. We can get some new map cards.
Freeze. Freeze. Freeze.
A Keyblade wielder named Volcel. Alright, hold on.
Fire! Fire! Yeah! Thunder! Ha! Yeah!
I'm pressing the button to break a card, but he's hit stunning me. Stop cheating. It's gross.
Heal! Yeah! Yeah!
Your group is entering into an international cooking contest. And it's sort of like the Olympics. There's international politics at play.
Donald!
Good boy, Donald.
Goofy!
Your group leader is a con man chef who's convinced our patron to fund our team. We have to go adventuring to find the best ingredients. That actually sounds kind of rad, I'm not gonna lie. Does AutoMod have stat tracking on it? I don't think so. They might. I actually do not know.
Fire! Fire!
It's got it out for you, though, Bucko. You can just go ahead and make your peace with that one. Please. Please.
Yeah! Thunder!
7's a really high card value, actually. I'm quite glad that they give you Thunder in a 7.
Yeah!
I think I'll probably do another world before I use another removal card, though.
Heal! Yeah!
I've mentioned before, like, one of the things that I think is so fun about D&D is getting the chance to do set pieces and bits like that. Like a cook-off tournament. That just sounds kind of fun. Sometimes I feel like it gets lost, and I'm not... You know me, the story of my D&D campaign has a lot of layers to it, a lot of details that I don't necessarily feel like you guys care to hear, but, like, one of the things that I've always been really big on is, like, do those things. Like, I don't know, we talked earlier, like, do the beach episode. Do, like, the Masquerade Ball, do the heist, do the tournament, do all that stuff, because it's just kind of fun. When you have a good cast of characters, just watching them do stuff is usually pretty fun to do. I know what you're thinking, but I can use it in a slight for Thundara, and it's fine. Teleport. I don't have Arrow yet. There's a YouTuber that I really like watching, and his phrasing was like, if it's a cast of characters that I really like, I would watch like an entire episode of them just waiting in line at the DMV. And it's always stuck with me because it's kind of true. Like, if the characters are good, I'll watch what they get up to, because like the hijinks are the fun. It doesn't actually matter what they're getting up to.
Yeah!
Dark balls for the first time.
Freeze! Fire! 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 Thunder! Yeah!
That's a lot of guys. A lot of beef. Goofy, help!
Yeah!
Alright. Get it, you bait.
Goofy!
Imagine my surprise when that guy was not dead.
Donald! Yeah!
Last session, your ship got raided by some Sahagi. Oh, that's I have a Sahagin story. Ironically, why am I getting Olympia drops and not fairy harps? Am I being discriminated against? What's going on here? In the first round, you got crit hit at level 1. You don't need to be worried about a feat for your fighter. Then you're dead. Hello? How did you survive? You guys have a cleric? At level 1, a lot of characters have like 8 total hit points. How'd you survive with crit? You survived with 1 HP. Ah, the Alex Drake Gambit. I'm familiar. There's a fairy harp. That was a phenomenal Blizzaga. I'm correct. I wish we didn't. We do, though. We really do.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. I'm not in the right place. Well. I'm gonna actually go this way and loop around because I don't trust that this actually opens up like I want it to. I got my ticket for the long way round. You took some comm points. When I created my character, like, Alex had a negative wisdom and strength. I've actually since gotten my strength up to neutral at 10. But the first thing I did, I was like, int makes sense for skill points, sure. But I'm going to also make sure that I have con points. And sure enough, my of the outsiders, Alex has the most hit points. Not that it does him too much good when he decides to 1v1 the greatest fucking fence master in the world and nearly gets ethered. But, you know, the thought that counts. Thank you, Donald. It was not Zeruntia. It could have been, though. But it was not. We checked. I asked him. He put the foo-flops on me. We fought Sahagin just as a random encounter, which I have hot takes about. But we ran into a group of them, and our cleric can speak Aquan, which is the language of, like, you know, fishy shit. So they tried to, like, reason with them. Basically, like, hey, you know, we're just passing through your random encounter. You don't have to do this. You know, you could just chill out and go home. And they were like, nah, we're going to press the issue. We're not really willing to do that. So Chitsa was kind of like, oh, but you don't have to. And then Getty steps up and uses what, at the time, was a wand of, I believe, Cone of Cold. Sahagin are weak to ice damage. So, you get this scene where, like, Getty just, our little gnome, just takes 2 steps in front of our cleric, and obliterates the entire encounter. They all died immediately to that dice roll. None of us rolled initiative or anything. He just he cast like a screen clearing raid wide. Absolutely hysterical. Please let that be a good fairy harp. 5, I guess. C+. Better recovery though, so let's go with it. Nobody would have died except if I didn't got the ship's cannon. Oh lord, bugged out. Please. These guys are slowly crawling up my worst list. I'm getting mad. I'm getting mad. He's gonna kill me. I can't break his card because I can't do anything. This is such a silly attack. I love it.
Back off. Yeah. Yeah.
I ship has cannons, but very rarely have we been in a position where I felt like it was particularly strongly worthwhile to fire the cannons on the Black Trident. Issa's a cannoneer, and she's a gunslinger, so she knows what she's doing. And then some of Shinzo's crew knows what they're doing, but broadly speaking, it's like, eh. It's not my thing anyway. I have a sword guy. I don't want to be shooting no cannons. I want to do sword stuff. Aha! Fire! Oh, come on. Oh, stop! One day you will be part of a D&D campaign that doesn't instantly die. It's fun. It's nifty. We've been playing for a very long time, so I have a lot of stories. And, I mean, a weird twist of things. We've been playing for a very long time, but I feel like we're really just now starting to get into, like, gear. I hope to be able to tell some more stories in the future. As long as they're not too boring. I'll, Hello? This guy doesn't take damage. This is his thing. He's immune to fire. Yeah. Fuck. Of course, now, if something is going wrong or bad, then I come talk about it, and you guys will just go tell Eddie I'm being mean to him. So I guess it doesn't really work out the same anymore. That was excellent.
Fire! Fire! Thunder!
I need a third thunder card. I don't need one. I want. Cool it. Did I get 2 Donald Zeros? I did. Why? DTRPGs are fun, but so much work and so hard to convince people not to play D&D specifically. Yeah, 100% sure. On both accounts. I always say D&D is short term, but we play Pathfinder. Sarah pretended we were going to play Call of Cthulhu once. We played, what's it called? It's like, what's one word? It's like scramble, or... no, what is it? Quick to go. Oh wait a minute, this encounter didn't end like I thought it was gonna. Stop! That little sound they're making is cracking me up. Meow. COC is used in Japan? Really? Do you have like any indication as to like why? I can't think of the name. If Eddie was here, I'd ask him. You know that H.P. Lovecraft was impressively racist? How does one become impressively racist? Damn it. I gambled, and I failed. I gotta backtrack. Do I have a key to rewards that I don't know about? When did I get a key to rewards drop? Hello? When did this happen? Okay. Cool beans, I guess. You guys want to see what the key to rewards of Neverland is? If I were crazy, I would go look through the list of worlds, see which one had my favorite, and use that, but as we discussed, I'm not going to be crazy in this playthrough. Moogle points. Anywho, the key to rewards. I have 2 because I've beaten Days. One of these is Thunder Raid, sweet. And the other, the Midnight Roar, which is a Days Keyblade. A 9. That's another C+ though. 36 when I have 35 capacity. Cruel. Just cruel. Perfecto.
Freeze! Fire!
Bullets.
Fire!
Bullets.
Fire! Thunder!
be kind of burned out on the Cthulhu theme. I don't know too much about that, like, lore, theme, fandom. But I guess me screaming and crying my way through Bloodborne should have pretty clearly explained where my particular interests are. This is not my thing. We still haven't met Peter Pan. I'm just realizing that.
Freeze!
Oh, sweet. No wonder the third thunder. Oh, it's 7 too.
Freeze!
I need what we in the biz call some CP, so I can put that in my deck-a-roo.
Fire! Yeah! Thunder! Donald!
Get him, Donald.
Yeah! Yeah! Back off! Goofy!
Loyal!
Yeah! 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 Heal! Freeze! Freeze! Fire! Fire! Thunder!
Cthulhu stuff fine, but when adapting Lovecraft to be very careful not to actually stumble into telling a story about dangers. Oh. Ah, yes, the impressive racism you mentioned before. Fair enough. I don't know how far we were going to get with Call of Cthulhu. It was something that was mentioned just on a random... We should totally do this! My toxic trait is that I don't let people make fake plans, so that when someone says, like, we should get lunch, I, like, actually make a lunch plan. My anxious brain cannot handle anything else. You gotta tackle everything with a critical eye when you're talking about old stuff, because old stuff used to have a lot of problems. Oh, it's called Fiasco. That's what it was. I knew it was one word. We played that. That was kind of neat. TTRPG. Tink, what are you doing? You weren't supposed to bring the pirates with you. Did I change the stream title? Not today. Did someone else change the stream title? Maybe you need a refresh, Big Dow. Wasn't it an Arabian Days Night Stream? The stream title, the stream title is malleable, ineffable, and forever changing until I hit go live. Please ignore anything that it is in between streams. Can you change the name of the mod channel on Discord for 2 seconds for a joke screenshot? Yes, my child. Change it back, though. Peter Pan is such an asshole. That's his character. Literally, his character is flying asshole. Why? These are multiple games in the series, too. Stop bringing him back. No more. Listen to me. No more. Had enough of this geek. I hope it's a good joke. Bap. Oh. Oh, great. Second. I will try to experiment with some of these cards so you guys can see some nifty stuff. If I get a Peter Pan card to drop, I'll try Warp. There's Peter Pan. Alright. Magic card, Peter Pan, teleport. You flash step behind them and it can't stop on them. Pretty cool. So you eventually fill your deck with all 9s, or is there something I didn't catch this earlier is why you can't just do that eventually? So CP is a factor for sure. That would make it tougher. Second thing is, if you look here at some of these slides that I already have, the number of cards total value matters. So like, see, to do Sonic Blade, it's got to be 3 different kind of Keyblades, and the total value of them has to be between 20 and 23. I'll be honest, there's a number of slides in the game where you wouldn't care to use Sonic Blade. There are just better slides, but like, you could not want to do that, for example. So that is another reason why you wouldn't just load up with all 9s. And of course, obviously, you want to have 0s so you can break slides. But definitely you get closer to 9s, 8s, and 7s towards the end, yeah. If you can. If I got like an Ultimate Weapon dropped, right, I would probably shove it in there even if it was a 2 because it deals so much damage. The number on the card has nothing to do with how much damage it deals. It's just about whether or not you can break cards with it. Now we got Thundaga.
Thunder! Yeah! Back off!
Is that another key to rewards? It is. Alright. I'm gonna have to go into sicko mode. I mean, if I have to, I guess I can use it in the next road, but I don't wanna. You don't have to, but you certainly can. Not as much of your firepower comes from just doing raw keyblades. The sights are usually pretty strong, but I'm conservative with them because I don't like to have a smaller deck. And I also don't want you guys to be bored with some of these decisions. What are you talking about? Why would you want to do that? You have to turn into a grown-up. Besides, going on adventures is a lot more fun. If you go back to London, you'll have to leave the nursery. I, too, would not wish to go to London. Well, I don't know. To get away from Peter Pan, I might go anywhere. He stinks. Key to truth. You guys want to go fight Captain Hook? Because that's what we're going to go do. Fight Captain Hook. Oh, bullets. Boing. Is it weird that the more I see of it, the more I'm looking forward to Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the movie? Because I gotta tell you, I am. Eh.
Freeze! Fire! 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 Thunder!
I wanted them not to separate from each other so bad, so that Thundaga would just kill them. So yeah, this is a false bounty room. As you can see, there are 3 treasure chests. One of them actually has some treasure in it, and 2 of them are shenanigans. Let's see what my RNG is like. This one. Bap!
Freeze! Fire!
Bad is the answer to that question.
Fire!
Come on. Someone on my Twitter was talking about how they think Jim Carrey as Eggman is super sexy. No.
Thunder!
That is what I have to say to that.
Heal!
I hope you understand. Good try, buddy. Good hustle.
Heal! Goofy!
Loyal!
I actually quite like Bruce Almighty, and I quite like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Those are my Jim Carrey thoughts. He's in 2 movies that I like quite a bit. Alright. Second try was the charm.
Freeze! Fire! Fire! Fire!
So, I'm going to make a choice here because we're about to go. You can actually make second decks. And what I'm going to do for the second deck here is make a deck for boss battles. Because, as you can tell, some of the cards you use on bosses are not quite the same that you use on regular Heartless. And so, for example, like Thundaga, not really too useful against Hook. But Thunder Raid, which I have, would be super useful against Hook. So I'm going to throw that in there. Amongst other things. So we are going to try and approximate the deck I already have, but more useful. So that will be... Before I do this, can you duplicate the deck? Doesn't look like it. Okay, that's fine. Click Thunder. And then Keyblade. Keyblade. I used to love Eternal Sunshine. Ah, man. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Super poignant film, in my humble opinion. It was actually just a YouTuber that I really liked their content. They doing a video on it, and they were live streaming them, like, editing the video. And so they just kind of made a comment, like, if you haven't seen the movie, you know, of course, you don't want to watch this. You should go and watch the movie. So that's what I did. I stopped watching their live stream, went over to Netflix, popped in the movie to see, you know, what the fuss was about, see what the hype was. and I thought it was wonderful. I really enjoyed it. I just think it's a very interesting film with some really cool things to say. I just had a ton of fun. Alright. I don't know if this is actually worth all the time I just spent doing that. Let's find out together. Oh, Captain Hook. Man, call me a scallywag. Cool it. What are you doing? Look at the screenshot you sent Mel. What is happening? That was a sassy hand on the hip. It's the whole truth of the Discord, Drew. It is indeed that. Thunder, thunder. Resist. Resist? What do you mean resist? Hook has a thunder immunity? Why? You're not supposed to have a thunder immunity. Ay, Dios mío. I mean, I guess at least he's not absorbing it. Random values. Fun. I might die. Nope. Woo! Goofy, bring us home, buddy. Over here. Thank you. You cannot call Captain Hook a red mage. I won't let you. Lethal frame. Boy, oh boy, will we be using this to break the video. Peter Pan's face is also off-putting. One memory at a time. Don't say that. Memories, even important ones, don't come back to us whenever we want them to. It doesn't mean the memories are gone. It's more like they're sleeping. He's just awful. He's just awful. That's his character, to be awful. This was foreshadowing. Close. Close, brother. Close. And a Tinkerbell card. And a Moogle. Alright, let's change some things. Since I just got memed to a polygon. Time for some cheat codes. Gonna watch Legend of Vox Machina with the ladies. Well, that would be fun. There were some of the things that was like, as far as, the kids. But I really liked it when I watched it. Enjoy yourself. Have a good time. Bucko buckaroo. Yeah, we're good. Cheat codes like how I beat Parasite Cage. Whoa, I don't know about those accusations. Just because you're trash doesn't mean that I am. Let's get one thing straight. You can't do this to me.
No, you're Riku.
Riku.
What are you doing here?
Not happy to see me? Let me know if I'm getting in the way. You know, of something that's more important.
Huh? I didn't mean that.
Spare the excuses. I bet that you had all but forgotten about me.
Are you crazy? Come on, I came all this way looking for you.
But you're not anymore, right? Now it's only Namine that you're looking for. You don't care about me, just like you never cared. At all. About her feelings.
Nominees?
I knew it. Never even gave it a thought, did you? Just 'cause you want to see Namine. Sorry. Doesn't go both ways. Tell you the truth, Namine doesn't even want to look at your face.
Why not?
You should ask your memories. Why Namine disappeared from the islands. Remember that, and you'd know.
Did I do something? Is it my fault? Riku.
Go home, Sora. I'll care for Namine. Anyone who goes near her goes through me!
What's wrong with you?
We're supposed to be friends.
Please, Sora. Since when have you ever cared about me?
This is me when the
Namine's
tanks
not the only one who's
stand
sick of looking at you.
on the other side of the
So am
boss for that tank buster in P4S.
Riku,
We're
stop
supposed
it.
to be friends. Do you think Riku thinks he looks cool in that outfit? 100% yes. Lethal Frame. You saw that was a slight that I got at the last level up. Well, what does it do, Yozora? Allow me to show you. It's stopping in 2 attack keyblades. He broke it with a 0 because he's a big baby. Let's try again. They cast stop, and then they take damage, and they are hit stunned. While they're hit stunned, as you saw, I was able to queue up another slight. What does that mean? It means that I could, in theory, queue up another one and chain them against him. Oh. So the meta for bosses is truly to just put as many of those in your deck as you can, plus some cures, plus some zeros, and you're good. Riku used an enemy card. You can see that it's called Incrementer over there. Incrementer makes it so that each of your cards gets a +1 when you throw it out there. But in doing so, he can't play any zeros because they'll automatically be 1s. So he can't break any of my slides. Riku's a geek! And now I have Arrow.
Oh, Riku, please wait.
Riku!
Riku, where are you?
Sora, are you okay?
Don't worry about me. Riku, what happened?
Did you guys see that trailer for the Tekken anime?
Sure was
I know I
strange.
posted it in the Weep channel, but
Almost like Ansem was back, controlling Riku again.
But we got rid of Ansem for good.
Then I wonder what is wrong with Riku.
Hold on! The kid! If he's with Riku, he might be in danger. Sora?
I know. You're thinking Riku isn't your friend. But that's just not true.
Jiminy's involvement
Sure.
is a lot in this game. It's nuts.
Well, I know
He's like
he
a whole
said some
character.
awful things to you back there. But you gotta remember, we are in Castle Oblivion. Why, folks lose
Oblivion.
their memory here a little bit at a time. Riku's probably just forgotten that the two of you were such close friends. That's all.
So he just forgot?
My guess is that's so. But Sora, instead of being sad, we have to figure out a way to help Riku get his memory back. If we all work together, why, we're sure to get you through this. No need to mow.
Jiminy's right. You shouldn't push your friends away.
Yeah. Okay.
Sora, do you remember our very first promise?
Huh?
Always smile. That was the promise we made to each other the first time we met. We promised to never forget to keep smiling.
You're right.
Sora goes through a lot, poor baby. Could go to Atlantica, could go to Hundred Acre Wood, could go to Hollow Bastion. Does Sora ever just get a normal life again after occasional? I mean, at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2, there is a period of time where Sora is just hanging out and able to do that on Destiny Island, but it's not for very long. For want of the term normal life when you're like the Keyblade wielder or whatever. But there's a period of time where he gets to chill out. Where he gets to enjoy life. Even though they bothered with the Halloween Town gimmick and the costumes and stuff, they with Atlantica they're like, nah, no thanks. I feel like Sora's kind of got the impression that, like, if he were to hang up the proverbial Keyblade, he would want it to be a case where he felt like everything was okay. Because, like, Heartless don't exist in the world normally, right? Like, they're not just part of nature, right? The Heartless were unleashed on the world and are drawn to the world to eat their cores and keyholes, yada, yada, yada. So, like, I think he kind of fathoms that there's a point where he's done all the right moves and beaten all the right people so that these things are no longer a threat. And then, yeah, I could see him, going to the island and hanging out. Sora does have a mom. She made him a nice dinner and he didn't even come to eat it. Awful child. Going up, yeah. Some of these guys are immune to ice, some of these guys are immune to thunder, I think. I think it's these guys that are immune to thunder though, so we're gonna not. You're just trying a lot of things. What's the deal? She's face down in her toy box, legs dangling in the air. What? Was she stuck? Or was she doing a bit? Donald, why? Not like this. She was... Aww. You're awful. Okay, alright. Dad, explain to me why she's got a toy box she can get stuck in a room unmonitored then. What are you doing to my baby over there? How the hell did she get... What is the sequence of events that leads to such a thing? It's bedtime and Darwinism. You can't be like this. Somebody stop him. You can't. Oh, arrow, give me that. And also, since we just learned a very valuable lesson, let's get these out of there so I don't cast thunder on things that are immune to thunder. Why not arrow? It doesn't give you a shield in this game. And, I don't know, gravity. And no gravity. We don't have the capacity for gravity. Alright, cool. What more is you looking for? So, she knew it was bedtime and she was like, I know what I'll do. I know how plot to not have to go to bed. I'll just try to escape into the land of toys. Poor baby. You can't let her rock out. She probably sees everybody, they're watching The Legend of Vox Machina. She probably wants to see what that's about. Everybody else gets to watch the TV show. She probably wants to see what's going on with, Grog and Vax and Vex. But no, she has to go to bed while everyone else can stay out. I get the discontent. I understand. I'm sorry, everyone. It's not fair. Mel, thank you for the resub. I appreciate it. It's been fun. You're missing lore while you're raiding, but thank you so much. You are subscribed. Kind of wish I had taken the CP there. It took 9 weeks, but you finally killed everyone with a bad karma call. Okay. Now, don't get me wrong. bad calls suck and are bad. But I gotta admit, what could you be calling during Hippo Slippo? Quality content, yes, the finest for my viewing audience. We talk about D&D. We talk about pooping your pants. We talk about toddlers escaping their bedtimes. All the hits, all the hits. Where the different numbers go, the call is needed so the call is made. Mel, it's really important to me that one day you just raid with a group of chaps who are like really good at the game and want to beat it. You don't have that, and I want it to stop. Because I don't know why you don't have that, but I don't like that you don't have it. The numbers go over you. So what do? Individually tell everyone where to stand? Like, I'm so confused.
Freeze! Fire! Fire!
The even tethers stay with the boss, and the odd numbers go opposite.
Wind!
Okay. But once you say that, alright, I'm a guy that listens to raid calls. I don't know what I can really say here. Just coming off like a massive tool. So, fine. But, like, not fine. Like, once you say that the first time, doesn't everybody just get that that's how it works? Like, if you have to refresh, like, on the night, I get that. But, like, after you say it the first time, doesn't everyone just understand that for the rest of the mechanic? Because there's no variability to it. It is always that way. Saying it every time has very little cost and high potential reward. Well, unless you do it wrong and wipe everybody. Most people I'm probably in the same fight for 9 weeks. I don't know, how long has my group been doing for? It feels like 8 years. The idea of appealing to the common denominator is not lost on me. It just seems like at some point, part of being Yozinos is being able to say, like, Savage isn't for everybody, so I don't know. If you can't do some of this shit, bro, what are we doing here? What's with the carry? Part of doing the deal is knowing where to stand and pressing your buttons. It can't be 2 weeks, don't lie. It's had to be at least 4 for phase 1. For P4S, it's not 2 weeks. It's more than that. I don't know how many more than that, but it's more than that. 5 sounds too high. I don't think it's 5. Oh, 8 is a really high ask. Crab Claw! A 1, of course. And I think a Crab Claw is actually an elemental Keyblade, isn't it? It is not. I was wrong. LMAO. Another C+, though. Let's try and get some better cards. That 8 on the Fairy Heart was pretty lit. Would I call going in the instance for a few minutes after P3S being on that fight? No. I feel like I'm being bamboozled. Okay, I have 8 clears of P4S, so... Were we clearing it more than once a night? What's my brain doing right now? My first clear of phase 1 is dated February the 18th, so it's been a month. You guys are gaslighting me. A 0 cloud card is super useless. A 7 stop is pretty hot though. That's a lot of Simbas. Ooh. Some 9s. I like a 9, of course. Unfortunately, I have like no CP, so I can't add any of that stuff to my deck at all. Well, this ain't the right spot. How did this happen? Oh, I got baited. That's how it happened. A month's pretty normal. I think we could have got the clear last night, but we didn't, so probably take us just another week, though. Like, I can't imagine it taking us too much longer with the prog we've had so far. Saying we're doing curtain call cleanup feels a little disingenuous, because we are definitely having some goofs and gaffes on Act 4, but we'll get there. Back into the sewer. Good luck, comrade. Try to call things right, Mel. Gosh.
Freeze! Fire! 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 Wind! Ha! Yeah! Yeah! Rah! Ha! 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 Yeah! Ha! Goofy!
Royal!
These heartless make an off-putting sound. I don't like it. Donald. Why? After Lark's scene, I thought we had an understanding. Why would you cast thunder on me? Just to hurt me?
Freeze! Fire!
Just to hurt me?
Yeah. Huh. Freeze. Fire.
Pap. I ain't gonna lie. This meme cracked me up because maidenless behavior is a phenomenal term. It's just raw childishness. We have all in our lives borne witness to maidenless behavior. Someone stole the king's magic trident. Who would do such a thing? If I was going to picture maidenless behavior, I would picture Connor from Detroit Become Human. That is a zero maidens chap. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Freeze. Fire. Fire. Wind. Yeah. Back off.
Pop.
Yeah. Freeze. Fire.
Timing that jump
Fire.
is weird.
Fire.
But I do it right more often than not.
Wind.
See, it's just something about that sound they're making that I can't rock with. It's off-putting. I don't like it.
Heal.
Riku in KH1 is maidenless behavior. What do you mean? Riku does get up to some pretty maidenless behavior, can't lie. CP boost.
Yeah.
The blindfold, I mean, come on, bro.
Freeze. Wind. Fire. Fire.
Pop. Oh. I've reached the limit on map cards. Imagine that. A big mistake. Just look at the world around you. Ready on the ocean floor. Is that exactly? No, that's way too much. Right? Brain, do math. No, it's exactly it. I knew how to do math. Yay! Atlantica and the Torso Eruption Caves reactivate the part of my brain that it's infectious. I don't know who could blame you. Under the sea. I know some of the words, but not enough to really be trying to sing it where anybody could hear me. The real crime is when I try to sing something like One Winged Angel, where it's like no chance I'm going to know the words, so I'm just making sounds. Ariel is she uses static. She's one of those. Poor flounder has been swept away to the human world. No place for a little fish. Excuse me? Honestly, if this was about Ariel staging a coup and trying to take the throne from King Triton, I'd be way more invested. If this was Elden Ring, we would find Flounder getting cooked by some guy in a mask. Why is he wearing a mask? He should get vaccinated and still wear the mask. What about us? Key to truth. And now we have Elio.
Yeah. Freeze. Fire.
Gotta say, kinda thought that was gonna kill all of them.
Wind. Yeah. Huh. Freeze. Fire. 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 Wind. Ha, da, ra. Ha. Ha, yeah, ra. Yeah, yeah, ha.
Whoa! Oh. So you'll remember the door asked me to use a card to use that key
Heal. Freeze. Freeze.
to guidance.
Fire. Wind.
What that did was it made this room apply that effect, which is all Heartless cards have +2. Which is why I was in danger of getting smoked there. But I avoided it because I'm not cracked. It spit me out into this room over here. Right here on the ocean floor. A sopping. Oh no, Bucko. From what I hear from the lads like Kellyanna and Eddie, children are just germ factories. I don't know how you guys make it through. I don't think I'd be able to handle it. That's too much for me. That would have to be a, that would have to be a hey cooler. That would have to be a, let me holler at you real quick. That's not cool. Don't do that, I wasn't really feeling that one. Something. You can't just let that rock out. It's an infectious song. It is.
Freeze! Fire! Wind!
Yeah, I'm reading that sentence and I'm trying real hard to be a grown-up and just comprehend what you just wrote, but I can't do it. That sounds awful. That just sounds awful. I would ask the child why you have done this, and if I've done something to wrong them.
Wind! Wind! Yeah! Ha! Aerial!
Pop!
Yeah!
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah!
Peter rewards. Why not? Several hours? Were they okay?
Yeah!
Quake! I have a gravity card, so I could in theory do this. And a Dimix card, because I have cleared days.
Yeah! Yeah!
I feel like I can feel it in my bones. One of these doors, you see this? Like one of these is going to lead to the room, and one of them is not, and I'm going to be bothered if I get it wrong. Sora would be one of these children. Sora's a sweet boy, but
Fire!
he is also a little bit of a dope. This is true.
Fire! Wind! Yeah!
I feel like we love to see a male protagonist who's a little bit of a dope, though.
Aerial!
That's like the appeal of them. Not what I wanted to do.
Freeze! Fire! Fire! Fire!
Just a guy who is also a little bit of a dope is like basically what I've booked Yozora and Alex to be to some degree. I couldn't help it. I beat the himbo allegations, though. For a while there was some serious debate, but I think those accusations are unfounded. I guessed correctly! Yay, Yozora. Quick.
Fire! Fire! Fire!
This might be better saved for another moment. Yeah.
Freeze! Wind! Yeah! Huh. Yeah!
What is it with me getting these 0 aerial cards?
Ariel! Yeah!
Anyway.
Yeah! Heal! Freeze!
Okay.
Freeze! Fire! Fire! Wind! Yeah! Ha! 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 Yeah! Ha! Yeah!
Got him. We're almost out of here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Alright. Let's go fight Ursula. Ursula. Have you made up your mind, my dear? I'll do anything for Flounder, but I need proof I can trust you. Ariel! He really said I knew something was fishy. Donald, please. Ooh, what Destiny raid? D1 or D2? The new D2 when it's really good. Neat. I didn't equip my boss battle deck for this, so this ought to be interesting.
Get freeze! Get ready for this! Fire! Wind! 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 Ha! Insolent little fools!
I am in fact an insolent little fool. She's got me pegged.
Get ready for this! There! Yeah! Insolent little fools! Get ready! Get ready for this! Freeze! Freeze! Get ready for this!
Uh-oh.
Yeah! Heal! Get ready for this! Wind! Get ready for this! Get Ariel!
This won't be
Heal!
As you can see, Ursula's not that tough.
Freeze! Fire! Wind!
Alright, arrow, not a thing. Got it. Lesson learned. I feel like I haven't gotten Donald and Goofy to drop since Ariel became a drop option.
Get ready for this.
Heal!
Ugh. Sheesh! You just hit me with the Kamehameha.
Slippery.
There's a Goofy, finally.
Guilty!
Get ready for this.
Wind! Heal!
Get ready for this.
Freeze! Freeze!
She's not being so generous with those Mickey cards, is she?
Yeah.
Slippery.
Slippery little morsel. I almost got her. Thought that might finish her off, actually. There it is. Give me that. Farewell. There isn't a single frame of Ursula that doesn't elicit strong negative energies from me. Wow. That's evocative. To be fair, I think Lethal Frame might not actually work on Ursula, so that may have been the right call. King Triton, unfortunately, could not appear in Chain of Memories, so his Triton's here, but he's not. Which, I mean, that was Sora's perspective, but as we've discussed, he's kind of off his game in this game. He's not himself, She's right, Sora. Honesty is the best policy. Jiminy's like, hey, bucko, I'm your conscience, too. Alright, up the Conqueror's Respite. I don't remember if there's a boss on this floor. But why take the risk? You return? How's it hanging, bucko bucker? How was P2S? Did you have fun? I hope you had fun. Riku.
Take the hint. I told you to go home.
Not until I rescue you and Namine.
I don't remember ever asking you to rescue me.
Did you forget? Kyrie's there, waiting for us both to come home.
You're the one who forgot. I told you at Kingdom Hearts when we closed the door. Take care of Kyrie. Give it up. I'm not going back to the islands. For anything.
It's not just for Kyrie. What about the rest?
You can have those losers. Already forgot him.
That's enough.
What about you, Sora? Do you actually remember what they all look like?
Of course I remember.
Don't feel bad. That's what this castle does to you, after a while. It's good. You forget all the useless stuff and remember for the first time what really matters. I remembered it, Sora. I now know the one thing that is most important to me. Protecting Namine. Nothing else matters. Not a thing.
Hey, Riku. I think I'll jog your memory.
Go ahead and try.
I thought you fought on back-to-back floors with Riku.
Let's go!
Oh, Riku, you're about to have a bad time. Oh, no, I think this might have been while you were between things. I've gotten it, as you can see. Got that. He played his incrementer, so as I covered, he can't do anything to break any of my stuff now, because he can't play any zeros. Turns out you need zeros to win. Just put up a little clip of Lethal Frame on loop and upload that to YouTube. Am I really just stopping him to death? Yes. I may take some of those out of the deck so that boss fights are more interesting, but
You can fight me
yeah.
all you want, but I still won't remember a thing.
Come on,
Lethal Frame
Riku.
is
Quit
deadly.
fighting. Let's go help nominate.
Had fun until Harmer became a wall again. People getting tired. Yeah, that's a
So
problem for you.
like you,
When you get stuck,
Zora,
the fun starts
you're
dripping
always
out,
trying to
for
worm your
sure.
way into my heart.
Hold on. When did I ever do that?
Huh. You forgot that too? You never cared. It never mattered to you.
You won't push me away.
You won't push me away. No, that doesn't make sense. Let's try gravity. But Yozora, why? I don't know, man. Just doing stuff. You ever get the urge to just do stuff? That's me. Yep, that's me. Probably wondering how I got here. Well, the pandemic happened, and I thought to myself, I'm on floor 8, going to floor 9. So we're already pretty much getting there. Or alert, there's 13 floors. Do you get it? Do you get it? 13?
Does it hurt, Namine? Watching your two childhood friends fight, all because of you. You have my sympathies from the heart. But don't waste your time. We nobodies can never hope to be somebodies.
Poor man. Organization 13 nobodies. Yes.
Riku and I, we both want the same thing. Both of us want to help Naminé out. How come we're fighting each other? I mean, Riku and I have argued about stuff in the past, but...
Could be because you care what happens to each other.
I really thought so too. But maybe Riku doesn't.
You can't give up your friends. Come together. Sora, Rico and what was her name?
It seems our memories are fading mighty fast. Sora, we gotta hurry. I bet Riku will come around if you just talk to him.
You're right. We three were never apart. Me and Riku and Namine.
And thus Kyrie has been deleted. That's all the time we got for tonight, though, folks. We beat a couple more worlds. We got a few worlds down today, huh? We did Agrabah today. We did